Our keys to the game were brought to you by Geico, saving you money on your car insurance for over 75 years. Utah Valley in the home whites as the higher seed with the green trim. Evan Cole's going to jump sitter against Johnny McCants here to get things started. New Mexico State in the black with the maroon trim. And so it'll be Utah Valley Wolverines with the basketball to get things going here. Wolverines, Blaze Neal running the point. Evan Gilliard, number 3 versus number 3. And that tight defense, that man-to-man defense. Trey Woodbury kicks it off. Overton on the drive. Jump shot, the lefty doesn't hit. Amac can't come down with it. That's going to be the key, Joe, on those boards.
Absolutely, the keys. It gives you extra opportunities. And I was just amazed with New Mexico State. And there's a 3 to start off the game by Donnie Tillman. But I was amazed at how many rebounds offensively. I don't know what drills that Coach Jans does, but he needs to market them.
Yeah, Tillman coming off a nice game, 12-point outing. Woodbury stripped as he goes to the lane. On the break, Tillman dishing it. Rice passes it up. Gilliard to fire for 3. Doesn't hit it. Amac's got his first board of the night. New Mexico State got here with the win over UTRGV, 77-61. Utah Valley, their first game in the tournament as the number 2 seed. They had a bye. Quick whistle there.
Definitely quick whistle.
Let's head to Rachel Vigil, our third member of the broadcast team. Rachel, what do you got for us?
New Mexico State is no surprise to win the WAC title. There's a lot up in the air this year, and they've won quite a few of them. Actually, dating 3 years ago, they've won the WAC championship. And this year, they're in the running again here in the semifinals, but they're no stranger to it, winning 5 out of the past 6. However, Utah Valley is the co-regular season champion this year. And head coach Mark Madsen may be known for his dancing with the Lakers. However, it is rumored that Madsen may have turned his ankle during the celebration this past weekend. Michael?
We'll keep an eye on that ankle. I don't know if it's the right or the left, but we'll keep an eye on Mark Madsen, see how he's moving after celebrating with the guys. 5-0 New Mexico State Aggies after Tillman gets his 5th point. Overton for 3. Front of the rim, no.
Well, New Mexico State looks good, looks confident.
We got a whistle and a foul. So the Aggies are going to take it out underneath the basket. That foul is going to be, it's going to be on Overton. Jamison Overton, second team All-WAC. That's his first, team first. A lot of accolades in the Western Athletic Conference final number. There you see Mark Madsen. Mad Dog when he played for Stanford and the Lakers. Woodbury brings it down.
Yeah, Madsen was a tremendous player. Hard worker.
Overton with the board. There's one of those offensive boards. Overton rises up, gets the foul, not the bucket. He'll go to the line.
And that's a good call by the official. You know, right now, Utah Valley, you know, this is their first game, obviously, because they had the bye as the 2nd seed. And, you know, it really makes a difference. New Mexico State has a game under them, one yesterday, and maybe it's going to take a little bit for Utah Valley to get a feel for this game, and that's why it's good they're at the free throw line right now.
Overton gets the bucket from the charity stripe, so he gets Utah Valley on the boards. Well, everybody thought going in New Mexico State would win this thing. They were the number 1 pick in the preseason polls, and Utah Valley was number 7 pick in the preseason polls, and all they did is go out and win the conference, co-champs.
Well, I think Fardos Amac had a lot to say about that.
Tillman straight away. Henry, a whistle underneath. Tommy Nunez with the call. So we've seen in the last few men's games, they're really letting them bang in there. 3-4 now, quick whistles in this one.
Well, players and coaches have to adjust. Again, as long as the officials are consistent, I'm good.
We'll keep an eye on that. That's going to be a foul on Cole. So Evan Cole picks up his first. So each team with 2 fouls. Cole's got 1, Overton's got 1, Gilliard and Rice. Into Rice. Oh, slices through a couple defenders and lays it in.
Yeah, Jabari with Rice weaving in and out of that Las Vegas traffic with a pretty finish.
7-2 Aggies. Trey Woodbury with the basketball. Henry on him. That's going to be a good matchup. Woodbury against Henry. They're going to call the foul on Henry. Check out Jabari Rice, as you said, weaving through the traffic in Las Vegas.
Yeah, he's just smart. He is weaving, using the glass. He's a solid player.
Back underway. Woodbury fires a three in rhythm. Oh, it spins out. Good looking shot, couldn't get it to go. Rice brings the ball up the floor. That foul was on Henry, his first, team third. Tillman straight away, thought about it. Couple of Euro step right into traffic and a whistle. That's going to be on Neal? Or did they get that on? They get that on AMAC.
Well, we're shooting free throws here, but if they continue, officials continue to blow the whistle like this, we're going to be shooting free throws a long time, and there's going to be some foul trouble here for both teams.
Yeah, that was interesting. Almost looked like it was on Neal with the reach-in, but they got it on AMAC, so we'll keep an eye on that too, because foul trouble will affect playing time for some of these guys.
Absolutely.
Tillman really getting aggressive here to start things off in this game. Tillman's already got 6 points for New Mexico State, coming off that 12-5 game in the win against UTRGV in the quarterfinals. Tillman gets them both. Tillman, of course, the senior, played at Findlay Prep here in Vegas, went to UNLV, then went to Utah, now his third stop at New Mexico State, and they're glad to have him. 9-2 Aggies. Cole's going to drive in. Tough shot. Oh, the tip by AMAC doesn't get it to go.
That was a tough shot. I mean, a little bit of a force shot. AMAC almost got that one.
Johnny McCants off to Henry. Here's got Woodbury on him. Tillman's going to fire the three and hits it.
Tillman's been looking really good. You know, by spreading the defense, already got a 10-point lead here. Spreading the defense, it just makes a huge difference. Now they can open up some lanes to the basket.
Cole to answer, no, Tillman. And Tillman's got a tough goal down there on defense guarding AMAC, but AMAC can't stay with Tillman on the other side. Heat check. No, rebounded by Cole. You okay as a coach when a guy's hitting like that and he strokes one early in the shot?
No. Oh, to pull it up. You know, I think New Mexico State's really good. They have a good bench, too. I think the biggest thing for them is just, like I said early, taking quality shots.
Well, all New Mexico State to get things started as we go to our first media timeout. 12-2. It's the Donnie Tillman show. He's up 10-2 over the Wolverines. Aggies all over the Wolverines, 12-2 here in this final semifinal game. Chris Jans has got to be happy with what his squad's doing.
Well, they're executing the game plan. They're getting quality shots, and you know what? I always say hit the guy with the hot hand, and Donnie Tillman's feeling it. But he has a lot of weapons around him.
And Mark Madsen, what does he have to do, the second-year head coach and former two-time NBA champion?
Well, I think they may want, like right now, AMAC has switched out on Johnny McCants, who's also a tough guy to match up with, but he had a tough time guarding Donnie Tillman.
Yeah, Tillman taking a break here. He goes to the bench with 10 points in the ball game. Might be a quick breather. McCants, he's going to try to fire a three. It's short, but he gets his own rebound. So many times, just by following your shot on those threes, you can get an easy board. Well, they try to go inside, and that's poked away, but right to Henry.
New Mexico State's relentless on the offensive glass.
Gilliard, long three, Henry, no. Rebound tipped by Lakai just in the ball game, right to Woodbury. Woodbury's going to push it up to Overton. Jordan Brinson in the ball game for Utah Valley, number 23. Overton wants to go, drives in, a little bit out of control, but going to pick up the foul. They get that on C.J. Roberts just into the ball game. Take a look at this one. Boy, he got his legs taken out from under him there.
He did. And no shots on that one. But we're going to be shooting free throws here pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got 4 on the Aggies, and you got 3 on Utah Valley. Cole's going to come out. Tim Fuller's going to come in. So Mark Madsen, as you might imagine, recruiting some big bodies to this Wolverine squad. Fuller, another one of them, 6'9" sophomore, transferred in from Weber State into AMAC. AMAC has not got going yet in this one. Going to go to work, ask for a clear out, goes to work against Johnny, and Johnny gets a hand on it to block it. McCants with a nice defensive play.
That was a good defensive play. Really good defense.
Roberts hands the ball off to Henry, to McCants. Good ball movement. Gilliard finds a man, Roberts, in amongst the trees, misses it, and tipped out by Lakai. Well, they're just relentless in their pursuit of boards.
They are, you know, and that's something, that's a philosophy of Coach Chan's, and they practice what they preach. I mean, they work hard.
Woodbury out of the game, and Latrey Darthard's going to check into the ball game. So it looks like Coach Madsen, I mean, we've been stuck on 12-2 for a while. He's just looking for some combination that's going to give him some offense here. Overton, they hedge out on that. Amac, oh, he spins quickly, goes in, tipped away though from behind by McCants. Another great defensive play by Johnny McCants.
Yeah, they're sending an extra player on help side, and quick hands. He showed the ball and got it taken away.
Free ball, twice McCants has fired, and twice he's been short. Brinson's gonna push it to Overton. Overton goes to his left, little floater, score it, no call. Oh, they do get a call, is that a charge?
Yes, I believe it's a charge.
Overton with the charge, didn't hear the whistle. Well, it was a beautiful shot, but he got the foul.
Both teams now with 4 team fouls. Excellent defense here by New Mexico State. You say you're taking one for the team when you take a charge.
Yeah, and Overton's got 2 personal fouls now, so Woodbury back into the game. So you got Brinson, Darthard, Fuller, Woodbury, and Amac. And it's so far the WAC Player of the Year, Fardaws Amac, is 0 for 4 with just 2 rebounds in this one. Caleb Williams into the game for New Mexico State. Now we got a whistle and a foul. C.J. Roberts, I think they're going to say that was on the floor. Now there's a little talking going on there. Darthard picks up the foul. Yeah, you're right, Joan. I mean, we're looking at 13-36, and that's foul number 5 on Utah Valley.
Well, the players have to adjust. I think the officials have been consistent. They're calling it tight. So you just adjust, get your hands off the players and get in play position defense.
Will McNair into the ball game for the first time. Will McNair backs down Fardaws, throws up a right hand hook, doesn't get it. Rebound for Amac. Quickly ahead. Woodbury tried to find Fuller, just a little bit too much on that one, out of bounds. It'll be New Mexico State basketball. Well, that's a 4th turnover already for Utah Valley. Mark Madsen encouraging the aggression on that one, but just didn't come up with it. And we've been stuck on 12-2 for about the last 4 minutes here.
Yeah, both teams have been in a scoring drought.
Williams to Rice. Jabari Rice now back to McNair. Williams with 10 on the shot clock. Finds Rice, fires a 3 with Woodbury closing, and he drains it. Jabari Rice has 5.
I like Jabari. He was pointing to someone in the stands because I bet he has some family here, because they haven't had any fans here until this time in Las Vegas.
We got a whistle. Foul's going to go on a push there, so it'll stay here with Utah Valley. But you're right, Joan. These guys haven't played in front of any fans until they got here to this tournament.
Absolutely. And I know they're excited to have family and some friends here. Each team was allotted 125 passes to come in here.
Woodbury, the drive and the bucket. Boy, he's tough to handle. 6'4", 200-pounder, just bowled his way in there, and he's got 2.
I like his game. You know, UVU needs to go on a little scoring run here to get back in this game.
15-4. Coming up on another media timeout shortly. McNair's backing down on Amac with the left hand, blocked by Amac. Well, you see why he's the WAC Player of the Year. He's a Defensive Player of the Year as well. He took almost all the titles home. Right hand, Fuller, no. Rebounded by Lakai. Well, Utah Valley's getting some stops on one end, but unable to connect on the other end. Kalen Williams. Williams with 9 on the shot clock.
3 seconds.
3 seconds in the lane. Well, couldn't find anywhere to go with that basketball, so some good stops for the Wolverines after that last media timeout, but they can't get any points on the board. Number 2 behind number 3, 15-4. The ball so well, Joan.
Yeah, they're shooting a cool 8%, 1 for 12. You know, it's their efforts there, and some of the shots have been really good shots. They just haven't gone down.
Blaze Neal back in the ball game, handling the basketball here. Trey Woodbury now on a drive. We got a whistle and a charge on Woodbury. So Woodbury picks up his first 6th team foul. Take a look at it.
Yeah, and that's the second charge that New Mexico State has taken for the team.
Well, the WAC would like to again thank Hercules Tires as title partner for the 2021 Hercules Tires WAC basketball tournament. Hercules Tires invites all WAC alumni, staff, and fans to ride on their strength and visit HerculesTires.com today. Drive and a charge the other way. That one on Roberts, and it was Woodbury picking up the charge.
I'm going to have to see that. I thought he was inside the restricted area, but let's take a look here. No, he wasn't.
He landed inside there, but he started outside.
Yeah, his feet were outside.
Yeah, that's definitely taken one for the team. Woodbury, of course, the bigger player there, but Roberts with the head of steam. And now the officials are going to talk about something. And Chris Jan's not happy about something. Roberts not happy because he's got 2 fouls now. And he goes to the bench. So now I'm not sure if the officials are going to look at something and see if he led with a knee or what they're going to look at. But Mark Matson, you know, Utah Valley was the only WAC team this year, Joan, to beat every other WAC team at least once. A lot of teams didn't play other WAC teams. They had games canceled, but Utah Valley did that. And on their way to a 9-4 record, co-champs. And initially they thought they were going to be a number 7 seed. We'll take a look. Yeah, it looked like just a charge, right?
It looked like a charge, yes.
Well, both teams with 6 fouls, they'll be shooting on the next one. Darthard into Fuller. McNair on him, back to Darthard. He'll let it fly, and he's short. McNair with the board. Boy, they cannot buy a bucket. 1 for 13 now. Rice, back to McNair. Back to Jabari, who Jabari wanted to shoot. Woodbury, good defense. Had to bail out. Tillman back in the game. 10 on the shot clock. Top of the key, the J is good by Clayton Henry.
Yeah, good patience there. And what you're doing is you're working the defense and you're making them work for a long time. And trust me, they don't like to be in that stance that long.
Here you are still again, that cool 8% you talked about. New Mexico State not filling it up at 38, but it's plenty when you're only shooting 8. Woodbury on the drive and a block. So Trey will go to the line, didn't get the bucket to fall, but I mean, that's what you like to see when you're shooting 8%, right?
Well, you've got to do anything to manufacture some points and get some confidence here. You know, it's contagious. Basketball's a game of runs. I like the effort there. Good strength going to the basket for Trey Woodbury.
We got to look at this, too. Jabari Rice now has 2 fouls in this one. Woodbury hits the first. So Trey's got 3. Mark Madsen talking to his assistant coaches, and I think they're doing the same thing. And we got to figure something out to do here. But now you got Roberts on the bench with 2, and you've also got Jabari Rice on the bench with 2. And we still got 10 minutes to go in this first half.
Well, the officials are calling this tight for both teams, so the players have to adjust. But this is the thing, and every foul from now on from both teams, we're shooting free throws.
Woodbury gets them both, 17-6. Gilliard back in there along with Tillman, Henry, McCants, and Lakai. Fuller, Woodbury, Cole, Darthard, and Neild for Utah Valley. Nifty move inside, hangs on the rim, doesn't get it, tipped around, and Cole comes up with it for the Utah Valley Wolverines.
That was a nifty move, just couldn't finish it.
Woodbury loses the handle, gets it back. Neild now looking for a screen, goes the other way.
New Mexico State has switched their defense. They're in a zone.
Tillman up top, and a block on Tillman. Boy, they are really calling it tight. I mean, we've seen, like you said, they've set the tone. They haven't backed off of calling it tight. They're being very consistent with that, but it's much tighter than we've seen in games in the past in this tournament.
Absolutely.
and that's going to put Woodbury to the line for the 1-1. I mean, if you know that, defensively you got to change, but offensively you can just really go after guys.
Well, absolutely. So defensively, you got to be careful of staying in stance, not reaching, moving your feet. But offensively, just go at them, you know, and be more of a slasher if you have to, because you know they're going to call it.
Woodbury was an honorable mention for all WAC, and what makes him so difficult, John, 6'4", 200 pounds, can handle the ball pretty well, and he's an 81% free throw shooter, and he's made both of those.
Well, that's a great percentage. They wish they could get some of that on their field goal percentage right now.
Yeah, they're still sitting at 8%, but they made 6 freebies, so they're trying to get back into it that way. You got the lead down to single digits at least. Tillman. A little uncertain in the offense for New Mexico State. With Rice out of there, their offense struggles at times. Missed 3. Oh, great offensive board and put back for Henry.
Wow, that's all I want to say. This team can rebound. The Aggies are relentless. Clayton Henry, but the beautiful offensive rebound and put back.
Woodbury, who's been the offense, trying to get him going, mainly from the free throw line. Amac back in the game. Oh, off the glass. Nice shot there. And the bucket for Evan Cole. He's on the board. Honorable mention all WAC.
That was really nice. They need to get some more field goals and obviously shoot some around the basket, and you have a higher chance to make it.
Henry with another drive. They let him play through that one. No foul on Darthard. Rebounded by Amac. Woodbury brings it down. His Darthard. 3 ball. Darthard, that looked pretty good. Just a little long. And Amac with the board, but then tipped away. McCants again gets a hand in there. Tillman goes right over the top, and it's a charge. Boy, Woodbury and Tip. New Mexico State up by 9 here, but it's going to turn into a free throw shooting contest. This final 7:47. 9 fouls on New Mexico State, and they've got C.J. Roberts, Donnie Tillman, and Jabari Rice with 2 already, Joan.
Well, and those are key players, and New Mexico State's bench is deep, but you want your key players to be out there.
Darthard, a nice drive, a little hesitation for 2.
Yeah, I like that change of pace, a little hesitation with the left hand.
The Trey Darthard from McCook Community College, a sophomore guard. Well, Utah Valley chipping away, getting right back into this thing. Just down 7 now. And with those guys we mentioned on the bench for New Mexico State, they're looking somewhere else for offense and not sure where they're going to get it. Lakai will fire a 3. Front of the rim, no. Rebounded by McCants. Pinballed around. Williams will fire a 3, and he hits it.
Well, he said, hey, I'm going to take up the slack here. Give it to me. Kalen Williams with the nice 3-pointer, and that was a very nice pass outside from Johnny McCants.
Puts it back out to a 10-point ball game. You're right, though. The Aggies have always had depth on their squads. Usually a couple of good players, 2 or 3 really good players, and a ton of depth. Darthard for 3, no. Ooh, McCants and Amac on the ground. They both look to be okay. Amac not sure why he didn't get a foul called on his counterpart, McCants. McCants with the long beard there, the postseason beard. That's more of a baseball thing usually, but he's got the postseason beard going. McCants in the left block, decides to go to work, runs into a brick wall, and Amac 3-ball, no, rebounded by Cole. Well, you see why Amac's a defensive player of the year.
He's hard to go against. I think Johnny McCants, I thought he was going to do a step back or pull him out a little bit. And I think for Utah Valley, they need to look inside a little bit more. Here they go, and they're going to shoot a 3. Nice rebound there. Offensive, but 50-50 ball. And now it's going to New Mexico State. Yeah, I think they really should go more inside, whether it's slashing, going to the basket, or looking inside to one of the big guys.
You know, yeah, that's something we'll have to keep an eye on. Amac doing a great job of rebounding the ball, but every time he pulls the ball down low, he gets it stripped.
Yeah, he's showing the ball too much. You know, and when you put it down on the floor, if you're a big guy, yeah, it's just asking the guards to come go get it.
New Mexico State, the drive and a whistle. Another quick whistle on the drive and another foul on Utah Valley. They're going to get that one on Blaze Neal. WAC fans, Geico is the official insurance provider of the Western Athletic Conference. Get your next insurance quote with Geico, saving you money on car insurance for over 75 years. So that'll put Williams at the line, shooting the 1-1. So next foul by the Aggies, and it's going to be the double bonus.
Yep.
A couple more fouls for Utah Valley. Williams hits 1 of 2. Hey, we're aware of some issues going on with the ESPN feed, so we appreciate everybody tuning in on the WAC Digital Network so you can catch this one. Trey Woodbury trying to bring Utah Valley back. 23-14 now, so working on those issues, but thanks for joining us on the WAC Digital Network the last 5-10 of this half.
Yeah, Trey Woodbury, that was a sweet jumper.
So Woodbury doing his best. He's got 8 points of these 14 that the Aggies have. Or excuse me, that the Wolverines have. Gilliard drives in a little floater. No, Amac keeps it alive and Fuller collects it.
I think Utah Valley's doing a really good job not allowing New Mexico State to get a lot of offensive rebounds. That was definitely a key for this game.
Now they get into the big man in the right block, going against McNair. Tough turnaround, doesn't get it to go. Well, they've done a great job on Amac. He's got no points, no field goals. And that's pretty amazing, the WAC Player of the Year. Almost 16 minutes gone by. Sizzled a pass to McNair, couldn't handle it. Williams thought that was McNair's fault. Woodbury in transition, no. No, they're not even looking inside.
No, that was a 4-on-2. And he took the jumper and it was open, but not a lot of rebounding there.
Williams drives, kicks it back out. Henry now with under 4 minutes to go. Henry weaving around with the right hand. No. Amac, well, he's not scoring points, but he's got 8 rebounds.
That's a lot of rebounds for one half with 3:45 left. He needs to get on the scoreboard, though.
Woodbury sizzles a pass, and Colby Leifson wasn't ready for it. Well, Amac, no points. He averages 15.1 rebounds a game, top of the nation. He's got 8 of those, but still some work to do for the Wolverines in this one.
Wolverines have not scored from the 3-point line, though. You know, I'm impressed with their rebounding, and that was definitely a concern. Actually, they're out rebounding the Aggies by 1 right now as a team.
The Aggies doing this and maintaining the lead with Rice and Tillman and Roberts on the bench with fouls. McCants to give to McNair. Utah Valley thought he might have traveled, but McNair gets a bucket. But that's a nice driving dish by Johnny McCants.
Johnny McCants is a good player. He's has a lot of savvy, really good passer.
Neal doesn't want the shot against Williams. They get it into Fuller. Right block. Back to Neal. He'll fire the 3. Oh, it finally goes down.
They needed that bad. That took a while to decide if it was going to stay in, but it did. And we're down an 8-point lead now for New Mexico State.
Well, the Wolverines obviously need to stop here. Got a whistle. That's going to be on Cole. So that's going to be the second for Cole, and that's the 8th team foul for the Wolverines. And the Western Athletic Conference would like to thank Adidas, the official apparel partner of the Western Athletic Conference. Adidas here to create. And as you mentioned, Joe, we're shooting. Johnny McCants will get the line for the 1-and-1. This will be the 5th free throw. McCants hits it for
I like his game.
Mexico State.
Like McCants. He's just really versatile, he's really hard worker, can do a lot of different things, go inside, outside, excellent passer too.
Gets 1 of 2. 26-17, 2:36 to go here. Winner gets Grand Canyon University tomorrow night in the championship. Last 2 championships have been New Mexico State versus GCU, and have all tipped out of bounds off of New Mexico State. But Utah Valley trying to get there for the first time since I think that's 2014 when they won it.
And GCU looked awfully good in the semis here. Look at this drive. Good block by Johnny McCanson, just couldn't handle it.
Yeah, Grand Canyon did not have a tough time against Seattle U. Not many expected that. Woodbury, fade away. Oh, didn't get it. Rebounded by Amac. Long 3 by Woodbury. Drains it. NBA range plus.
Yes, he's from the parking lot there. Trade Woodbury starting to heat up. And now it's a 6-point game.
2-possession ball game. Boy, it was a long 3, but he stepped into it in rhythm and drained it. Woodbury leading all scorers with 11. 2 minutes to go. This has got to be really good for Utah Valley psyche, too, to get right back into this game. Henry for 3. No. Rebounded by Overton. We were thinking, or at least I was thinking, get it to a 1-possession game or 2-possession game by the half. They're thinking, let's take the lead by the half. Skip it across. Brinson. Ooh, good go the other direction and got it to go over the rim. Barely climbed over the rim. Jordan Brinson, the sophomore from Inglewood, California. Timeout, as you would expect from New Mexico State.
Well, right now that was a really good timeout by Coach Jans. You know, they had a pretty good lead, double-digit lead, and it's down to 4 points. And that was a nice shot there. Really soft finish for Jordan Brinson.
Well, New Mexico State, Joan, led by as many as 13 in this one. Part of it is the Wolverines shooting better, but still not shooting well, just 27%. But they got a little bit more aggressive, and they hit a couple of threes.
I also think even though Utah Valley hasn't been, you know, their field goal percentage isn't really great, what they are doing very well is their rebounding and not allowing New Mexico State to get a lot of second shots.
Well, if you told me that with a minute 21 to go, Amac had 0 points and Cole only had 2, I would tell you were down by a lot more than just 4 points. Mark Madsen preaching that rebounding as you'd expect a big to do. And as you mentioned, they're up 21-16 on the boards, and they have 6 offensive rebounds, Utah Valley does. Chris Jans having to sit Donnie Tillman and Jabari Rice. Gilliard gets a man in the air, blocked by Amac. They're going to get, I think, Brinson underneath on that. Oh, they're going to get Amac for that?
Oh, wow.
Let's take a look at that one. What? Where? Okay. I didn't see that. Sean Lehigh making the call. Amac questioning that, but I thought he got all ball on that one. That's his second.
Yeah, a lot of players here with 2 fouls for both teams.
Yeah, that looked like a pretty clean block there, but Gilliard's going to go to the line. He drains the first. Evan Gilliard, his first points of the ball game. He had 8 in the victory over UTRGV.
Evan is a starting point guard, but he has a 2-guard mentality. He has a scorer's mentality. You know, there's a lot of point guards are a pass first, and it's good to be both. I mean, it's good to have a scorer's mentality, but you also want to lead your team and be a good passer too.
Well, fouls are going to come into play here in this second half because, as you mentioned, a lot of folks with 2. Amac swatted by McCants. There's your guy once again, just doing everything. The dirty stuff. Williams hangs in the air and gets the bucket. Wow, what an athletic move.
Very athletic and well needed there. You know, right now New Mexico State's in a nice run just before the half.
Yeah, it looked like Utah Valley had all the momentum. Brinson drives in, back to Woodbury. 34 seconds on the game clock, 16 on the shot clock. Swatted stuff just taken away, and it'll be a jump ball to stay with Utah Valley. Johnny McCants is a man possessed.
He is possessed. He's been here. So this a player who's been here, won a couple championships, wearing this uniform, has a lot of pride. Yeah, and this is great defense. Doesn't swat, keeps his hand up, and basically catches the ball.
Yeah, just got it pushed right into his hands. Are they going to look at something? Tommy Nunez was over there looking at something. Now I think he's saying they don't need to look at anything. They're just making sure on the jump ball. Let's take a look at it again.
Look at that. Get that ball out of here.
Yeah.
Johnny McCants is possessed. Utah Valley with a nice opportunity here to run an out-of-bounds play and get a quality shot.
Yeah, they need one here. It's a two-possession ball game down to 6. New Mexico State led by as many as 13 in this first half. Brinson lobs it into the big man. Amac still looking for his first points of the game. Darthard blocked by Lakai. Boy, they challenge everything. 6 on the shot clock. Long 3 by Brinson. No. Fuller the board and the putback. No, but he collects the foul.
Nice offensive rebound by Tim Fuller. Having an opportunity to shoot 2 from the free throw line.
Lakai picks that one up. It's a 10th team foul, his first. But yeah, that's that dirty work inside, and Fuller does a lot of that for this Wolverine squad.
Yeah, he's a transfer from Weber State. It's a backup center. He's definitely a bruiser inside.
Gets that one to go. Boy, this rim down here, they've been spinning the ball in that thing. So now Amac's going to come out. So he's going to end this first half, Joan, with no points on 0 for 6 shooting. But he has made his impact with those 9 boards. But yeah, no points for Amac, the WAC player of the year. Fuller gets 1 of 2. 16 seconds. Let's see what the Aggies can do.
They're going to hold for 1 shot here. And Utah Valley is in a zone.
Henry, 5 seconds. Somebody's got to take the shot. Williams will drive. Tough shot. Banks it in off the glass. Williams. Well, we wondered where the scoring was going to come from with Tillman and Rice on the bench. Williams ends the half with 8.
You know, that was a really good timeout by Chris Jans, and team was more focused, and, you know, it paid dividends. They had 3 nice buckets in a row and great defense.
We go to the half. Number 3 up on number 2 by 9. This is a 2021 WAC Hercules Tires basketball tournament. We got one of the shot clocks was incorrect. Rick O'Neal saw that, made the call. Sean Lehigh right there talking to the officials. So we'll keep an eye on that because that could play into this half, how aggressive teams can be defensively.
Oh, there's no question. And both teams, particularly New Mexico State, likes to play aggressive.
Henry tries to wrap it around to McCants, and he loses it out of bounds.
Good defense there by Utah Valley, and that's a good sign if you're a Wolverine. Not giving New Mexico State an opportunity to get a score.
Blaze Neal bring the ball up against Evan Gilliard. Cole, Neal, Woodbury, Amac, and Overton for the Wolverines. Tillman, Gilliard, Henry, Rice, and McCants start the second half for the Aggies. Overton, he sat a lot, fires a lefty long-range jumper, doesn't go. Gilliard, the guard, with the rebound. Rice thought about it, jab step, now to Johnny McCants in the far corner. Little confusion, still time, 11 seconds on the shot clock. Ooh, Rice skips it right over Tillman's head. Gilliard, baseline J, good.
You know, they had a little confusion in their motion offense, but what I like is they're moving the ball and taking time off the clock, making Utah Valley work. And it was an open jumper.
Neal, good penetration, nowhere to go though. Woodbury around the screen, give and go to Cole, but Cole cut off by McCants. Puts up the shot, doesn't get it to go though. Donnie Tillman comes up with it. Tillman limping as he comes down the court.
He is limping. I don't know if he had a sprained ankle or what happened.
Looks like he's trying to work it out. Can't tell. Look at that right leg. McCants for 3. Good. Johnny McCants hits the tray.
I like him. Yeah, I think he is versatile. I think the guy's a winner, and he's impacting this game different ways.
Coach's player, right?
Well, yeah,
Team guy.
And he's a Las Cruces guy.
Long 3 doesn't go. Aggies starting out the second half like they did the first half. Extending that lead. Now up by 14. Largest lead of the game for New Mexico State. Tillman for 3. No, but a rebound by Johnny McCants. Overton hits the deck. Oh, great pass by McCants to Rice, and Madsen needs a timeout.
Excellent pass by McCants.
Jabari Rice. Timeout on the floor. All Wolverines to start the second half.
That's a great way to start if you're New Mexico.
Plays like this, Joan.
Oh, wow. He took a lick there. Excellent pass by McCants there. It was a reverse finish.
Overton seems to be okay. He's the guy who took that lick from Donnie Tillman. Woodbury pull-up jumper. Boy, he's been the best offense for Utah Valley. Trey Woodbury now with 11.
Yeah, as you mentioned, he's an honorable mention, all WAC, and very versatile, can take it to the basket. Nice pull-up jumper.
He's got 13, actually. I shorted him a couple of points. 39-25. But there's only so many times you can get yourself into a double-digit hole against this Aggie squad and dig out of it. It just takes so much energy, so much effort to get back. Gilliard, 3 on the shot clock, got to go to work. Lays it off the rim and glass, but doesn't go. Amac with another board. Amac's got 10 boards, still looking for his first points. Whistle underneath. Is that on Tillman on a hold?
That was away from the basket, too.
Yeah, we'll take a look at that. Gatorade is the official sports drink of the Western Athletic Conference. The best are fueled by the best. Nothing beats Gatorade. So another foul on Tillman, and that's number 3 on Donnie Tillman. Oh, he's going to come out of the game. Oh, we said, Joan, there's something to keep an eye on. They're calling it tight. Into Amac. Neal to Woodbury. Gets a screen from Amac. Then they get it to Amac. Didn't want the shot. The little 12-footer. Overton loses his footing, loses the ball. Rice is going to slow things down a bit. Gilliard will not slow things down a bit. Throws up the left hand, the runner. Fight for the boards, though. They're going to say somebody touched it, was out of bounds when they touched it. I think they're saying that Amac touched it while his foot was out of bounds. So it'll be New Mexico State to inbound. Gilliard will trigger the inbound. To Rice off the glass.
Jabari Rice, you know, he's been on the bench a long time and is coming back. He is a good player. The junior from Houston, Texas.
Well, the coaches thought so. He was the WAC preseason player of the year. Cole and McCants get hung up a little bit. And so there's a little talking going on in there. That foul's going to go on, that goes on Lakai. So Wilfred Lakai picks up his second team foul of the second half. But Cole and McCants got hung up there a little bit and had a few words. That inbound was tipped, so Overton able to come into the backcourt and grab it. Overton, a second team all WAC. He's got no field goals in this game. Just 2 points from the free throw line. Now they get into Amac.
You got to credit the defense from New Mexico State.
Throws up an air ball, and it's a shot clock violation. Oh, boy. Nothing going well right now, and Rice and Cole are having some words. Well, they go to the benches. Huge Aggies lead. Wolverines got a lot of work to do when we come back in this WAC basketball tournament.
Welcome back to the Orleans Arena. New Mexico State's leading Utah Valley 41-25. Utah Valley center Fardas Amac's first love wasn't basketball, despite him leading the nation in rebounds this season. It was MMA fighting. Up until he was a sophomore in high school, that was his true love, and then he stopped to pursue basketball and go further. He said that the team aspect wasn't there in MMA fighting, and he really missed that, and so that's why he chose basketball. Michael?
Thanks, Rachel. Well, she just got some fighting in here because things going from bad to worse for UVU. As we got a 3 made and then a foul underneath on Amac.
Wow. Wilfred Lakai knocking it down. You know, when things are going well, everything's going well.
Oh, yeah, they were shoving it inside, and so Lakai hits the tray, and then Amac picks up the foul on Johnny McCants, looking for position in there. You know, Joan, we were talking about Johnny McCants as Overton comes out, Neal comes out, so they got Fuller and Darthard back in there, along with Brinson.
And AMAC has 3 fouls right now.
Yeah, and AMAC, I mean, still no points in this game. 10 rebounds, so he's getting it done in that category. But boy, they need the big fella to start hitting some buckets here. But they're having a hard time getting them the ball. It could be huge for New Mexico State. The drive by McCants and the foul. It's going to be on Brinson. They get AMAC on that?
Yep.
No. I think are they going to change that?
They're
going to change it. Yeah. The 23, I believe, Jordan Brinson. Yeah, they get a Brinson. Well, everyone in the building wearing green, just a huge sigh of relief after that first announcement. Yeah, that was on Brinson all the way. But AMAC playing with the 3 fouls, Joan, you mentioned, they're just having a hard time getting him the ball. And New Mexico State is swarming to him the minute he gets it.
They are swarming him, and in the past they're going to give him a little break here. But he kept the ball down low and has been dribbling a little bit around the rim, and if that just attracts guards and quick hands.
You know, Joan, I don't know if you watch MMA fighting, but Fardar's AMAC at 6'11", 245 with some fighting skills. He's a scary man. I wouldn't want to get in the ring with him.
No, I don't think so. I think I'd watch from afar.
McCants hits 1 of 2. And Johnny McCants with 5 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists in this ball game. Under 15 to go. But a 20-point lead now. So looking like both of these semifinals might be blowouts here, unless Utah Valley can get something going. We get a whistle. That's on Lakai. Lakai picks up his 3rd, and that's the 3rd team foul of the second half. Trying to get the ball to Woodbury. They double team him. Boy, Mexico State's so good defensively.
Excellent defensively.
Roberts back in the game. Brinson to Cole. Cole's going to take it to Lakai. Off the glass. Doesn't go. A lot of banging. Darthard gets a rebound. Looks for a pass. Turns around. Hits the jumper.
Hey, that was excellent by Latre. Darthard, you know, the hustle play, getting the offensive rebound, and you have to work for that, and then getting the shot up. Any shot right now the Wolverines can make just helps so much, helps their psyche too.
Williams had a great end to that first half. McCants takes it right at Fuller and scores it off the glass. Boy, he did not hesitate on that drive. Woodbury now. He hasn't touched the ball in a while. He's got it in his hands here. High screen from Fuller. They hedge out though. But Woodbury's so powerful, just goes right through those double teams. Turnaround jumper, no. Cole on the glass.
Oh, Evan Cole, the grad transfer from Georgia Tech. He is very skilled, very competitive, and showing that he can go to the boards hard.
Cole now, 2 points, 4 boards. 3 offensive rebounds for Cole. McCants wants to go after Fuller. Kicks it back to Lakai. Fires a 3. No. Long rebound, though, is Williams. Lakai's got an interesting windup. He holds that ball high above his head.
It's not the classic shooter's touch either.
McCants misses that one, tipped out of bounds. I think that's going to be off Lakai. They'd say that's off of Utah Valley. Overton's coming into the ball game for Woodbury. Yeah, off of Lakai, so it'll be Utah Valley basketball. Tillman going to come back into the game along with McNair for Lakai and McCants. Well, Tillman started out great. 10 points quickly, but then sat on the bench with 2 and then picked up 1 quickly here in the second half. So he's got 3 fouls. Clayton Henry in the game as well for Jabari Rice. So Rice comes to the bench. Good minutes for Jabari Rice to begin this second half.
Yeah,
13-18.
He played really well.
Just a 9-point lead at the half. That one barely caught the front of the rim. Henry with it. They want to push with Roberts down the right side. Roberts goes in. Tough acrobatic shot. Oh, what a tip by Tillman.
Oh, Tillman made his presence known right away. That was a beautiful chip.
Look at Henry getting the passing lane, and now a 20-point lead. They've extended it plus 11 with just not even 8 minutes gone by here in the second half. Overton go to the line, couldn't get the bucket to go. Man, things just barely missing for Utah Valley. Doesn't get the end one, but he'll shoot 2.
Well, I like the effort there by Darthard.
Yeah, Overton. Yeah, Overton.
That's Overton, I'm sorry.
But Henry, a very good defender, and he got taken right to the rack.
Yeah, Overton's definitely a finisher at the rim. And unfortunately, that one didn't go down. But they need opportunities to get some points here. You know, it's still 19-point differential.
You know, Joan, you look at this. Overton averages 16 points a game, 15.9. He's got 3 points, no field goal still. AMAC averages just under 15. He's got no points in the game. Overton hits 2 free throws, though. It has been tough with that aggressive New Mexico State Aggie defense. Williams, ball stripped away by Brinson, feeds it to Overton, gets his men in the air, and misses the bunny. Cole gets a man in the air, swatted by McNair. Roberts has it. Oh, kind of hot dogged it a little bit, didn't get it to go. Held that ball out. He was holding it away from the defender. Ooh, foul there. Henry got turned sideways, and they're going to get Clayton an all-defensive WAC selection for another foul. So Clayton Henry picks up his 3rd foul in this one. Well, WAC fans, Signature Rings, a leading provider of quality championship rings, is the official recognition partner of the WAC. For team and individual championship rings, visit them today at signaturerings.com. Utah Valley not giving up, but not going their way. AMAC goes around, misses it. And a whistle and a foul as Cole hits the boards. And boy, AMAC, a beautiful move, but couldn't finish.
It's just right now, it's not his night offensively.
Oof. Boy, that was so, I thought he was going to try to slam that thing home.
I thought he was going to slam it down, too.
McNair picks up the foul. That's his first. Already New Mexico State Aggies, they're very aggressive defensively, but Joan, that's their 16th foul. So with 12:06 to go, Utah Valley might be able to get back into this game from the free throw line.
Well, they got to knock down free throws, and Evan Cole, well, he made the second one, he missed the first.
So Cole gets 1 of 2.
Right, Utah Valley's now pressing. Usually they do a 2-2-1, which they are doing here.
Roberts got it to Kale.
Usually you do a 2-2-1 just to take time off the clock.
Tillman, go right at AMAC. Good defense, tipped away. Overton can't get it though. Henry with 13 on the shot clock. Roberts straight away, 3, no. Rebounded by AMAC. Number 11 for the big man. Drive, Brinson, and a charge. Mark Madsen can't believe it, but the foul's going to go on Brinson. That's his second, and it's a 3rd team foul. Nothing going right for the Wolverines. They trail it 49-32 with time running out. Thanks, Rachel. Put his tooth in his pocket. The game must go on.
I haven't done that before.
Nor have I.
That is a good story.
Tillman having a great game here tonight. Utah Valley, though, gets the turnover. I thought they might have had an over and back here that the refs missed. Overton drains the field goal. First bucket from the floor for Overton. He's got 6 now. So Utah Valley needing to make a run of it here before this next media timeout. Down 15.
Well, I think New Mexico State needs to take some time, work the ball a little bit, and get an open jumper.
Quick shot. Makes the jumper, though. Tillman.
Tillman's a good player. He's very difficult to defend, and he can go inside out.
Yeah, 6'7", 225, great athlete. Had stops at UNLV and Utah prior to coming over here to finish out at New Mexico State. Nice drive by Brinson. Brinson's played well. Jordan Brinson didn't play in the last ball game of the year. It was a loss to GCU at GCU. But he's played well here tonight. He'll go to the line.
He was out for a month with a wrist injury and a groin injury. He's a solid player, as you mentioned, from Inglewood, California.
Misses that one. That's a 17 foul on the Aggies. A foul again win against Kalen Williams, his second, but 17 fouls. So Utah Valley will be shooting the final 10:31. That's a lot of time.
That's a lot of time. And every time there's a foul, you're at the free throw line, either with a 1-on-1 where they're fortunate and miss both.
Yeah, like you said earlier, it's great, but you got to make them.
Absolutely. I always say it's the only time in a game you're not guarded.
Well, they're applying that pressure to slow things down. McNair goes to the baseline. Not really going for the steals there in the backcourt. 8 on the shot clock. Gilliard around a screen, fires a 3 and drains it.
He is a player, the lefty, and he's a little guy, but has a big heart. From Chicago, Illinois, the transfer from UTEP.
The drive after the 7th made 3, kicked out of bounds off of Cole. Leads back to 20. Matches the largest lead of the game.
Yeah, quick hands by the Aggies. It's defense and rebounding. Obviously, they're very skilled and have a good plan offensively, but because of their defense and rebounding, they're just tough. And now Utah Valley just switched defense. I believe they're in a 1-3. Not sure, I have to check it, but they're in a zone.
Gilliard back to Henry. Rice doesn't take the 3. Gilliard just hit one, can't take that one. Dribbles baseline, pulls up the jumper off the front of the rim. No, Brinson's got it. He's going to bring it down to Woodbury. He'll fire the 3, short. Kind of short arm that one a little bit. Gilliard with the board. Oh, and he tries to throw it in to Gilliard. Does Henry? He wasn't even looking.
No.
Oh, and Rice with the the almost steal, and then slaps hands with athletic director Mario Mocha. Well, that's the defense that Chris Jantz has, and he's had for ever since he's gotten here. You have to play D and you have to board, or you're not going to play.
And it's contagious when you're playing hard like that, and you can see the little effort there.
Mario. Sitting by our good friend Adam Young. Finally got a night off. Adam called 3 games in a row. He finally gets to sit down for the day. Hardest working man in show business. Woodbury around a high screen. And a whistle. That's going to be on Rice. That's number 3. See Jabari Rice, he kind of said, I'm fine, don't take me out, coach, I can do it. Do you trust as a coach? Are there certain people when they get into foul trouble, you know you got to bring them, other people you can trust with a little longer leash?
Yes, that's true. And he's a senior, but you know, that was definitely a reach and something he shouldn't have done. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you let him play for maybe another 30 seconds and then bring him out, talk to him a little bit and put him back in.
Woodbury hits the first one. Boy, bodies flying everywhere on that potential rebound. Woodbury, as I mentioned earlier, so tough to defend with his size and his quickness, but then you put him on the line, and now he's made 6 of 6 from the charity stripe. He's got 15. Needs a little help, though, from some other scorers. Rice with the fake, going to dribble it up himself. Gets it to Lakai. CJ Roberts straight away between the circles. He'll slow it down a little bit here.
Yeah, I think that's smart. They need to use clock, stay in rhythm, but move the ball.
9 on the shot clock. Rice for 3. Nope. Rebounded by Amac. Amac's got 12 now. Woodbury. Blocked by Rice, but the foul was well before the shot. And if that's on Rice, which it is, that's number 4 for Jabari Rice.
Yeah, that's why I thought they were going to take him out a little earlier, just to make sure, but now he has 4 fouls. Oh, they haven't showed a player yet that's coming up.
Yeah, Jan's trying to decide what he wants to do here. Woodbury hits it. He's 7 of 7 from the charity stripe. So Johnny McCann's going to come in for Rice. So how long does Rice have to sit at 8:25 mark here with 4 fouls?
I'd bring him in at 4 or 5, unless they need something quicker. But you know, you got to be smart. And now every shot, every foul now by New Mexico State, Utah Valley shooting 2 free throws.
Yeah, that was number 9. Woodbury hits them both. He is not the guy you want on the line if you're New Mexico State. but he's been so aggressive. They've been putting him on the line. Roberts drives in, goes around the half-court line, and he gets fouled. It's going to be on Overton. That's his third. Just the fourth team foul on Utah Valley. So they'll take it out on the far side. Got some good quick guards in here. Gilliard and Roberts.
So they're in a 1-3-1 right now on defense. So when you do that, the weaknesses are at the baseline is open, and you do a 2-guard front generally. And there you go. You can tell from I can tell right here that was going down.
C.J. Roberts drains the three. I believe that's the 8th three of the ball game for New Mexico State. Long three, Woodbury answers.
He definitely answered on that, and he had some range.
Yeah, we saw him take one even a little bit further out in the first half. He's got that long range, but still trading threes doesn't help you a ton here. But 57-41, Woodbury with 20. But nobody else really doing much for Utah Valley. AMAC is yet to get going.
And he's definitely been a non-factor offensively. He does rebound very well and takes up a lot of space, but hasn't been able to get on the scoreboard.
Gilliard got hung up inside 4 on the shot clock. Roberts just hit a 3. Steps back for 1, in and out. But rebounded by McNair. We got a whistle. Who's that going to be on? That's going to be on AMAC. AMAC wasn't sure either. Tommy Nunez comes over, makes the call, and Faradaz AMAC picks it up. That should be his third foul. So we go to a break with the Aggies still in control in this final semifinal of the 2021 WAC basketball tournament. The Aggies of New Mexico State looking to punch their ticket to the championship game tomorrow night against Grand Canyon University. The Lopes knocked off the Redhawks of Seattle U earlier this evening, and right now Chris Jans has a nice cushion here with 7:05 to go. The clock's going to be his best friend, and Mark Madsen got some work to do, and his big guys haven't really been doing it for him. Cole with 5 and AMAC still with 0 points, Joan.
Yeah, and AMAC just was sent to the bench with 4 fouls too.
Yeah, I think I might have missed one. I might have said 3, but yeah, that's his 4th. And Roberts just finds some space and hits the little floater.
He can really create. He's athletic and very creative, and that was a nice shot. And unfortunately, another foul here on the Aggies. Wilfred Lycott.
Yeah, Lakai got the second one. That's his 4th. And once again, you put Woodbury at the line, who hasn't missed a free throw tonight.
And it stops the clock, you know, and that's what you don't want if you're an Aggie. Utah Valley, they need all the stops here they can get.
So some substitutions. Donnie Tillman in for Lakai. So Tillman comes in for Lakai. The WAC would like to again thank Hercules Tires as title partner for the 2021 Hercules Tire WAC basketball tournament. Hercules Tires invites all WAC alumni, staff, and fans to ride on their strength and visit HerculesTires.com today. So Woodbury gets them both. Still perfect from the charity stripe. Woodbury's 10 for 10. They have Roberts hung up, and somehow he gets through 3 defenders. McCants finds a man in the corner. Gilliard's going to slow it down. You like that decision to pull it out there?
I do. I mean, they want to get quality shots and not to rush. But good steal.
Turn over there, yeah. Blaze Neal coming down, going to go up, and it's swatted by about 3 guys. Everybody hits the deck, no foul. Well, Roberts and McCants both got way up there and didn't foul him. But it'll be out of bounds. Utah Valley basketball. Check out the athleticism here.
They're way up there.
And McCants got it, but Roberts had to be careful. He looked like he looked down at the player on the ground, and they'll tee you up if they see that. He didn't look very long, though, so. Into Woodbury, around a screen, 3-ball. Boy, Trey Woodbury is feeling it. Holy mackerel.
He's feeling it, and that was excellent, outstanding execution on an out-of-bounds play.
Well, he was an honorable mention. A lot of people thought he should have been at least 2nd team All-WAC, and he's showing it right here that he thinks he should have been. Tillman tries to go around Fuller, foul on Fuller. Fuller picks up the foul, so Tillman will go to the line. You can get the same camera equipment used by the conference with Canon, the official imaging partner of the Western Athletic Conference. Visit Canon.com today to see all of Canon's great products. Donnie Tillman, a product of Detroit, Michigan, at the line.
He really has a nice stroke on his free throws.
Yeah, Tillman, very, very good player. That they were just kind of waiting for him to come around with all the starts and stops to the season. Just took him a little time to get going and get into the rhythm of this offense. And, you know, it's trending, unless something crazy happens here, that it's looking like it's going to be a New Mexico State GCU championship, although there's still, you know, 6 minutes on the clock. But Utah Valley is going to have to get rolling here. Both teams really hitting their stride, playing well in these semifinal games. Overton, boy, he made his shot very tough with that spin move, but he hits it. So not so fast. I mean, the Wolverines are coming back.
Utah Valley is showing they got something left here.
Tillman to McCants, goes up, swatted away by Fuller. Boy, that didn't take much time.
No, outstanding defense.
Overton for three, and he drains it. And does Chris Jans want a timeout? Because just like that, it's down to 10. Woodbury can't collect that one. Johnny McCants gets the ball to Roberts. Tillman. That one, oh boy, almost stolen away by Blaze Neal. Well, as I said, it was trending that New Mexico State was going to get this win to move to the championship. Utah Valley says not so fast. We still got 5 minutes. McCants going to go to work with three. Runs right over the top of Woodbury, and they call the block on Woodbury. Well, McCants had a full head of steam. Let's take a look at it, Joan. See what you think.
I think that's a good call.
Yeah, Woodbury didn't get in front of him and wasn't moving laterally with them, and they're going to call that on the offensive aggressive player all the time, or on the defensive player all the time. No argument from Woodbury really on that one. The bench didn't like it, but Trey didn't have a problem with it, and didn't look like Madsen had much of a problem with it. These are big free throws here, though.
Absolutely.
I mean, 10 fouls on New Mexico State, so double bonus for Utah Valley the rest of the way, but New Mexico State in the bonus.
Ooh. And Utah Valley has made their last 3 field goals in a row.
Woodbury for 3 straight away. He's been feeling it, doesn't hit that one. Rice back in the game with a big rebound. I wondered how long Rice would stay out with those 4 fouls. He's right back in now with 4:35 to go. McCants as a point guard dribbling the basketball. Maybe a little too much for Chris Jan's heart there, spinning around. 11 on the shot clock. Utah Valley has really ratcheted up that defense, Joan. Oh, and Gilliard runs right into Neal. The foul's going to be on Neal. Blaze Neal picks one up. That's the 8th team foul.
So it's important here in New Mexico State. This is an attitude of playing to win instead of playing not to lose. You still have to put your foot on that gas pedal, but take good shots. And Utah Valley is in a hurry up. They've got to come up and giddy up and try to get some quick points.
Gilliard hits the first. He's 3 for 3 from the stripe tonight. A 74% free throw shooter.
I like his game. I mean, he is quick as a cat. Just change of pace as a lefty. He has good game.
That one rattles out. Cole with the board. And Amac not in the ball game when Utah Valley's making this run here. Came out with the 4 fouls, and they started playing a little bit better defensively, it seemingly. Put the pressure on. Woodbury trying to get the 4th foul, the 5th foul on Rice. Rice couldn't contest that one much, and Woodbury's got 27. Quickly ahead to Tillman. Tillman goes right over Fuller, and Fuller gets called with the foul. Well, everybody contesting that one. We'll take a look at it on Fuller. But the foul goes against Fuller, so Tillman will go to the line. He was pretty stationary. Kind of put the knee out a little bit, maybe?
Yeah, he was there. I think he moved a little bit at the very end.
Wow, that one was tight, but it goes for the Aggies. Things are getting tighter here. Wolverines not done yet with 3:48 to go. That was a close call. Okay. Of the game, Hercules Tires ride on our strength. That was a strong move right there by Johnny McCann.
That was a really strong move. No foul. That was clean. And he's saying, yeah.
Well, Johnny McCann's having a great game for New Mexico State, but that's about the only thing that went wrong for Trey Woodbury. Woodbury was on the receiving end of that strong move, but he's got 27 points, 7 of 14, 10 of 10 from the line, really keeping him in this. And Joan, this thing got tight all of a sudden. Some good defensive stops and just a 9-point ball game. So waiting to see if they're ready to go here. And the officials are over there talking. Let's take another look at the keys to the game here.
Well, for the Wolverines, as you can see, limit second chance scoring, and they actually have done a pretty good job. New Mexico State get quality shots every time down. So that has happened at times, at other times it hasn't. But Utah Valley is on a roll right now. They've made 4 of their last 5 field goal attempts, and I believe there's a technical. And what's the...
Yeah, a technical. Tommy Nunez came over and said that was only the 9th foul, the blocking foul, but there was a technical on 22 White. Said something to the officials. So that is on Jamison Overton. And so that's why we're starting with the 2 shots here, and then it'll be the 1-on-1 on the blocking foul. Fuller was called for the blocking foul there. So technical is going to be on Jamison Overton, 22 White. Tillman gets the free throws. So that's why it took a little while. That's huge right here. I mean, you're talking about possibly 4 free throws in a row here now. And it was a 9-point game already, now pushed back up to an 11-point game. And Tillman's got 1 more, maybe 2 more.
1-and-1.
Yeah, I mean, if he makes this first one, he just made 2 in a row. There you go, Donnie Tillman. So Tommy Nunez Jr. didn't tell us exactly, obviously, what was said, but he just said that was a technical on number 22 White, and he kind of moved his hands up and down like his mouth was moving. So he said something he wasn't supposed to say. And Tillman gets 4 free throws out of that break. What a turn of events here.
Very timely if you're an Aggie, and not good if you're a Wolverine fan.
And Overton out of the ball game here. Woodbury drives through, holds the ball. What a shot he made. They're going to say that. I think they're saying he's on the ground, but he'll shoot 2 anyways. Wow.
And this helps the Wolverines because it stops the clock. And Woodbury is already 10 for 10 from the free throw line and has 2 right now.
Gilliard picks up his second. And the first miss for Woodbury. Amac back in the ball game here with 4 fouls. We'll keep an eye on that. But the big fella back in for the final 3:32. He's been good defensively and with the rebounds, but he's not done really anything offensively as Woodbury gets 1 of 2. He's now 11 of 12 from the free throw line. Rice into Henry. Henry's going to have to do something. Gilliard. They're taking their time. Got about 4 seconds, and Henry gets it across. Henry's going to take it all the way. McCants, the putback, good. Johnny McCants crashing the boards, gets the rebound, put back.
Yeah, stayed in the air and got that offensive rebound and put back, and they needed it. Great steal there by Jabari Rice.
Trying to get the ball to Amac. Rice is going to come all the way down, throw it in the corner. Tillman taking all the time in the world and drains the 3, turns around, talks to his bench, and timeout Mark Madsen. Well, out of that last timeout, the media, you had the technical, you had the one-on-one, so Force made throws there. Then you had Johnny McCants with the putback, and then just all the time in the world over here for Tillman.
Definitely. I mean, he had no one around him. That was like the nail in the coffin right there.
The assistant coaches are screaming at him to go down and play defense. Now he wants to turn around and talk to his boys a little bit, you know, talk to his players there a little bit.
Well, still got some game to play here. The game's not over. But that was sort of like a tough shot if you're a Utah Valley fan.
Well, this last couple possessions was about as close to a dagger as you could get. I mean, we're talking a 9-point ball game. 4 straight free throws makes it a 13-point ball game. Then the putback and the 3, and now you're down 71-54 for Utah. I mean, how many of these runs do you have in you to try to get back into this?
Well, they're going to have to go on an incredible run if they're going to get back in this game. And the defense from New Mexico State looks like it's been kicked up another notch. Great quickness for a steal there by Jabari Rice.
Well, Joe, we talked about it the other night. I mean, New Mexico State as a program has won 9 WAC crowns. They've never failed to get to the semis since they went back in the WAC. Their last WAC tourney loss was a championship game loss to Bakersfield in 2016. And Jans hasn't lost in this tournament. He's 7-0 on the cusp of being 8-0 and getting back to the championship game one more time.
Well, he knows and his players know what it's like to cut down the nets and be in that championship game. And that's important. I mean, that's an attitude to win a championship.
Overton back in for UVU, brings the ball up, right side, baseline. Ooh, throws it away. Gilliard tucks it out of bounds, and Gilliard thought that quite possibly Darthard hit it last, but Tommy Nunez says nope, it's Utah Valley basketball. Lakai's going to check in for McCants here. Darthard, Amac, Cole, Woodbury, and Overton on the floor for UVU. We got a whistle and a foul. That was a quick one on Robert to hold. And that'll send Woodbury back to the line again to shoot 2.
That was quick, and that was away from the ball.
Yeah. Like he was grabbing him, maybe, is what he said, trying to break. Woodbury's only missed 1 free throw. He's shot 13 of them. I mean, Woodbury's got 29 points. Make that 30. Woodbury with 13 of the 30, excuse me, of the 56 points. Well, that one tipped off. Did that go off? It did. It went off of Gilliard, so a steal for UVU.
Wow, they have another opportunity here. Let's see if they can use it.
Jabari Rice doing a little coaching there because Gilliard was saying, hey, what'd I do? And
Woodbury's already exceeded his career high. He had 27 at Dixie State, so he's at 30 right now. Getting another one, looking for another one here.
Amac couldn't get the rebound put back, and it goes out of bounds off of the Aggies. So 2:40 to go. Woodbury, 7 of 15 from the floor. 3 of 8 behind the arc and 13 of 14 from the free throw line. Inbound to Cole. Cole's going to go right at it. Strong. Missed the shot. Couldn't believe it, but he'll go to the line. And this does, as you said, Joan, I mean, the clock is the best friend of the Aggies, and it's stopping a lot here down the stretch.
Absolutely, and getting to the free throw line. And for Woodbury, he also broke another record with free throws. He's attempted 14, made 13, which previously he attempted 8 and made 8 against Dixie State. So, you know, he's given the effort here.
5 fouls on Lakai, and Dokes is going to come into the ball game. Christian's taking, you know, his time because he's got time. So they'll put Gerald Dokes into the ball game for Lakai. Lakai just came into the ball game for Johnny McCants and fouls out.
A lot of fouls here. So
Cole just, I mean, shoots the ball pretty well from the outside, but just a 53% free throw shooter. Gets that one to go, rattles it in. Every free throw vitally important here for the Wolverines. Boy, got them both to go. 7 for Cole. Jabari Rice yelling at Gilliard saying, come to the ball. Rice doing some coaching on the floor. Dokes, the freshman, almost threw that away. Rice is going to have a hard time getting it across, and he does, and a reach-in foul. Going to be on, I think that's going to be on Darthard. So Darthard's going to pick up his second. And we'll be shooting. Might have a lot of clock stoppages this final 2:28, Joan.
I believe so, and it's interesting, New Mexico State is not putting anyone on the free throw line, sending everyone. Well, there, it looks like, well, there's one going up there now that they're going to really work on defense.
Putting their littlest guy up there.
Yeah.
C.J. Roberts. They knew Rice was going to make them both, as he does.
See, they're putting him up there just to slow down the ball.
2:25 to go. Woodbury gets a high screen. Tillman on him. Pull up 3, too strong. Ball tipped away. Woodbury gets it back. Cuts between a couple guys, goes right up and scores it. Trey Woodbury having a night.
He is definitely having a night. He just needs some of his friends to come along for the ride.
Boy, does he ever. Quickly ahead to Dokes. Dokes, a freshman who joined the squad in January. Slowing it down. Tillman thinks about it. Amac on him. 17 on the shot clock. Are they going to foul here? Let's see. They haven't fouled yet, so they're going to try to double team out there at top. 10 on the shot clock. 9. Rice is going to go right at it and is fouled as he goes up for it. He and Darthard get hung up a little bit there. Cole was
Rice
coming in and
so quick.
So Cole picks up the foul, his third. Yeah, Rice has been doing everything for New Mexico State, Joan.
I like his game. You know, he had some foul trouble, but I like his game. He's an excellent athlete, good shooter, quick. He's a good defender, too. Very good defender.
Well, he's in the free throws, too. He's an 80% free throw shooter. Just like we said, Woodbury was a tough guard, and he makes it tougher because if you put him on the line, he's almost automatic. Jabari Rice about the same way, and now we're going to get at number 14, Marcus Watson, into the ballgame. Watson, the redshirt freshman transfer from Oklahoma State. Rice hits them both. He thought that one might be a little short. He raced in there. McNair into the ball game. Woodbury goes all the way in, was going for the jam. Lost the handle on the ball. Foul's going to be on Roberts. Roberts picks up his 4th.
Yeah, that was a foul. He thought it was clean, but because he slapped down, you know, the officials are going to call that just about every time.
Still pleading his case, but I don't think he's going to.
No, I don't think it's going to happen.
Not going to get it overturned. Woodbury hits the free throw. I feel like I've said that, I don't know, 14 times, John?
Absolutely. He's been to the line a lot, and, you know, he's a very aggressive player. I like his game. You know, the transfer from UNLV, and he's a strong guy. You know, he can shoot it, he doesn't mind, and in this case, as he went to the basket, he can score a lot of different ways.
Yeah, he's found a home here at Utah Valley. Didn't get a lot of playing time last year, but has become one of the main guys here for Mark Madsen. Will be next year as well. $1:29 to go, 13-point lead. A stop here, and a bucket could make it a little more interesting, but Utah Valley running out of time. Gilliard dribbling around. Roberts. Ball tipped away, but he gets it back. 9 on the shot clock. Gilliard drives in, throws it to Dokes. Dokes, 3-ball from the corner. Rebound. Fuller's got it. Minute to go. Woodbury. Long 3 for Woodbury. Too strong. Rebound. Fight for it. Darthard's got it. Somehow figured it out. Little scoop shot doesn't go. Fuller crashes the boards. And we got a whistle. That's going to be on McNair. His second. Take a look at this scrum in here.
Well, I'll tell you this. The guys in stripes tonight used their whistles a lot.
They did. They certainly did.
Yeah, and they were consistent, I mean, but they called it very tight.
They consistently blew them a lot.
Yes, they did.
Well, you did say, look, if you're gonna as Gilliard comes out and Tennessee Owens checks in, if you're gonna do it, just be consistent. But it makes the game a little more clunkier and chunkier if you're blowing the whistles a lot, as opposed to if you're letting guys play. Missed them both. And a whistle. Oh, on Darthard. I thought they got that on AMAC. So on Darthard. Well, the most amazing thing here to me, Joan, is that the player of the year in the WAC is going to finish this game quite possibly with 0 points. I mean, Fardar's AMAC averaging 14.5 a game. He was the player of the year, the defensive player of the year, defensive first team. He's on the newcomer list. No points in this one.
Well, you really have to credit New Mexico State with their defense. I mean, and he's coming out of the game right now. You know, this guy's a hard worker, but anytime he touched the ball, the Aggies were ready with double teams, and he put it on the ground a lot, so they were able to be there and take it away.
Trey Farrer in for him. Woodbury misses it. They quickly push it ahead to Roberts. He's going to lay it in, and that'll put it a cap on it with 37 seconds left. Overton, a long 3. Roberts has it. All they got to do is get it across the time stripe, and that should be the ball game. Woodbury going to hold on and just let him dribble it out. Overton overcome with the motion down there on the other side. Woodbury staying close just to make sure Roberts doesn't do anything as they dribble out the last 8 seconds. So 78-62 going to be your final in this one. And once again, the New Mexico State Aggies are in the championship game. And for the 3rd year in a row, because we didn't have one last year, they'll face the Grand Canyon University Lopes for a chance to go to Indy.
Yeah, unbelievable. I mean, New Mexico State had an up and down season. They had a lot to overcome. You know, being on the road 65 days, living in a hotel, no home games, but they're putting it all together here at the right time.
So Chris Jan still doesn't know what it's like to taste defeat in this tournament on this floor.
Well, that's a good thing. That tells you
thing.
you have a right recipe on how you're coaching the players you're bringing in and your staff.
Well, 78-62 the final in this one. So NMSU advances and GCU advanced with an 81-47 victory. So both teams coming in feeling pretty good about themselves offensively.
Well, definitely. I think both teams should feel good. It should be a very exciting final tomorrow.
Let's send it over to Rachel Vigil with the very excited Chris Jan celebrating with the fans.
Coach, you held Utah Valley to 12 points in the paint, shut down Fardas AMAC for 0 points. What was the key to getting that done?
Yeah, obviously he's a really good player. Kind of got to pick your poison when you play against Utah Valley. You want to clog the lane or you let guys, shoot from the 3. And we chose to get a lot of bodies in the paint and try to, limit him as best we could. He's a heck of a player, and he got off to a poor start, had some foul trouble, never really got into a rhythm.
Johnny Tillman with a career-high 23 points tonight. How did he rise to the occasion?
You know, he can really score. He's one of those tweener guys that can score around the basket. He can shoot the threes. Percentages haven't been as good as what he does in practice. And even historically, before he got here, his numbers are a little down from three. But you saw he's capable of shooting the three. When he's scoring for us, that holds a whole nother dimension for us.
You weren't ecstatic about last night's performance. How would you assess tonight's?
Yeah, it was kind of similar. You know, we got out of the gates really well, established ourselves. You know, we're really on top of the scouting report. Felt good at halftime and came out in the second half and did it again. And then, you know, the same old thing. And, you know, I'm not handling the end of the game very well. I'm thinking about the next day. I'm human, trying to get guys out. I'm worried about injuries. And, you know, it's partly my fault for just subbing too early and having different lineups in there. But again, you know, we're in a position to be able to do that because we played well enough to put our guys in that position. So that was good.
Coach, congratulations. You're headed to another championship game. Congrats.
Thank you.
Back to you, Michael.
Thanks, Rachel. Well, Joan, once again, here we go again. New Mexico State against GCU for a championship for the third year in a row.